Welcome back to Shield Wardens Session 14. We're going to call it boarding action because, well, that's what we're up to today. The party decided to chase down Senator Helle as she's beginning to flee from the docks in the capital city of Gratos, commandeering the ship of their benefactor, and trying to recruit another ship who is slowly starting to work their way behind, but let's be honest, is not going to be a factor. But the group pursuing the senator's ship was able to shrink Pios, put him on Daisy, and send him after the senator's ship as they follow along, slowly gaining as the senator's ship is still trying to maneuver and get into position. So we will see, as far as the speed differences between the two ships, how Daisy and Pios make out. It should be an exciting day. So thank you everyone for joining us. Happy Halloween for those joining us live. As you see, I am costume. We have a Pokemon. So have fun. Join us. If you are here in the chat, don't forget that there are points that you can use to aid the party. Someone's saying, did you hear me? Okay. Yeah. So people can hear me. That's a good thing, because it's not always the case. Apparently I had two musics playing. That could have been a factor. Anyways, here we are, and let's get into a scene here. If I can figure out which one it was. Oh, here. I think it's this one. Yeah. Alright. It is working. Cool. So, I have a kind of a rough map. Doing air chases on digital maps kind of has some difficulties. So, we've got the High Priestess's ship that's been pulling up. It's starting to gain on the Senator Helle's ship. As you can see, there's like the crystals that are embedded in the backs of this ship are glowing and flaring, almost angry, as they push the ship to try to gain speed to make their getaway from the docks here. What does everyone want to do?
I'm focused on maintaining concentration.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got to keep doing that. It is what it is. But
How close are we to the city?
You guys have kind of probably just crossed past the western walls of the city. If we remember from the layout of it, the city itself was on the eastern side of the island, and they turned and started heading west as they saw your ship kind of coming across, figuring that it was not something they wanted to encounter, a ship that seemed to have quickly rallied and started a pursuit.
Can I tie a rope around my waist? And if it's I think I've got a 50-foot rope on me.
Sure. I mean, there's probably at least 50-foot ropes like lying around on deck. It is an airship, so they have them for various, repair needs and such. They have them readily at hand. So yeah, you could
just tie the other end to the side of the ship.
Okay.
So I'm gonna pull the hood over my head of my new elven cloak.
Okay.
And hunker down on the back of Daisy to the point that maybe I kind of look like her feathers almost. Try to like tuck in my legs, and that way they just think it's just maybe it's just a familiar, maybe it's just a bird. There's no one on the back of the thing. That kind of idea.
Okay. Give me a stealth roll with advantage due to your cloak.
I would like to point out that the angle the owl will be flying at would be lower than the ship, so it's difficult to be spotted. It's not like from the horizon upwards.
Okay, yeah. So she like dove down because you guys had a little bit of a height elevation.
Yeah.
On this other ship, anyways. But then she dove down to kind of get underneath.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's going to be one of those days. I rolled double 14s, which, by the way, though, is 23.
It was not a bad roll, though.
No. I was going to say.
Yeah.
No, but I'm hoping it's not double ones in the future.
All right, so let me check our... Okay. Lucius, anything in particular you're doing?
Yeah. Lucius had held his action.
Okay.
And his hands were on fire, and he was waiting to get close enough to throw some fireballs at that back sail of the ship.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. Feel free. I'd say you're probably getting to that point where you're now in range. This is kind of a rough, mock-up of this beginning of the boarding action. I'm going to kind of say so far I'm doing it fairly freeform, and then we'll get to the point where we'll need to get a little bit more specific as we get into those that matter. So we can say that you are in range, and you can go ahead and fire off your shots.
It was an 11. I don't think that hits.
So is this a fire bolt or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Bolt. I thought you said fireball, and I was like, isn't that just a...
No, firebolt. I don't got fireball yet.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not trying to kill everybody.
No problem.
If that don't hit, I'll use my action surge to throw another one at it.
Okay, you want to burn your action surge? I mean, like I said, it's kind of freeform, so you could wait and do one in a few moments.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll wait.
I'd say, given you're going after a senator, save some of your resources. Yeah. All right. Pios and Daisy. Daisy's dipped down as Hendrix has kind of guided Daisy to do. Pios, give me anyone who really wants to can give me a perception check, and that way we can see what you can see.
It almost did double 19s again. But 24.
24, okay.
21.
All right. Pretty good rolls, both those. So looking at the ship, you can see that there are a series of figures on board. Let's see, does this part... sorry. So if you're watching and you see there's like the little plus ones over things, heads, I was having a hard time getting the two tokens to stack, so I had to add elevation too. So just ignore those. They're just there to make my life easier because I threw it all in and got frustrated and said, "Screw it, this one works." Okay, so Daisy's dipping down. What's the aim? You see a series of figures on board the ship. Those with the high enough rolls. There's about 8 crew that are on the ship. There seems to be the ship kind of seems to do tiered steps down. So the back being the highest, and then there's like a flat lit level where the helm is, and there seems to be someone steering the ship. Go figure. And then there's another step down that goes over. There's 3 sets of sails on this one. So there's a back, a middle, and a front set of sails, plus the little side sails that help it steer and gain a little bit extra speed here and there.
So I think the objective from last time, I was flying over to throw a monkey wrench into the engine to slow it down, if I remember right.
Okay.
So,
I know that your plan was to try to slow it down. Now, what is your knowledge of airships?
Oh,
that's the
no.
thing. Well, so we've been on 2 of them so far. One a lot.
Yeah.
But was it the same ship for both times, or was it a different ship that very first time?
Pios took a ship over to, along with Hendrix, over to the Vampire Island.
Yeah.
And that was a different ship.
That was a different ship. Okay, so
and then you guys took
that's one.
The
other one.
Yeah, Helle's ship, the Aarakocra ship.
So Pius has been on 2 ships, but he's been very observant and studying everything, because every time we go on a ship and whatnot, y'all like are doing a bunch of stuff together and whatnot. Pius is off by himself doing whatever the hell he's doing.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you can give me a roll.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He would have watched people do stuff, not necessarily know how to do it.
Yeah.
But, it's like, oh, you flip that switch to make it go do this, not the meaning of, whatever the hell.
So I'll give you, I'd say it's intelligence to figure out how things actually work.
Yeah.
But I can give you, if you want to make a perception check, and if it's a decent enough roll, I will give you advantage on an intelligence check to try to figure out.
Okay, awesome.
How to, or if you can.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. 15.
Okay. I'll give you advantage on an intelligence check.
Okay.
Lucius, is your armor out, or are you bringing your armor out?
Yeah, I got plated armor right now. I turn it into that or whatnot.
Yeah. So the crystalline kind of matrices kind of form to generate this large, thick piece of armor for him.
It's good to have the big man along. Gonna need him.
What do we get for the intelligence roll?
From who?
Well, Pios did a perception check, then was going to give
you... It's straight intelligence. I couldn't add Arcana, could I? Oh, never mind. It doesn't matter. I don't have Arcana.
I was going to say, I didn't think it mattered in your case anyways.
Yeah,
so.
No. Yeah, sorry.
Feel free, add all the Arcana you want.
Yeah. I don't know where that came. Okay, so... No, what? No. Okay, how do you roll that? Oh, okay.
Either way.
Oh, okay. 14.
So there's a few things. One, you've kind of come to realize that they use these between the research you've done before, like, because Randy's been doing research about the ship contracts and everything. So you understand that there are crystals involved. Mm-hmm. Those crystals are a very like arcane thing. You don't know exactly how that works, but you know that generates basically the magical lift and a bit of propulsion. but then the sails still seem to have a function and a use on these ships. So the best way to kind of slow the ship down would be to do something to the sails, because you don't know. I mean, there are crystalline structures on the back of this ship, but how to destroy them, whether whatever.
And for me, being my nimble self and whatnot, would realize that like prying crystals out of some kind of mechanism would probably be more of a Lucius job than myself. But me cutting ropes, on the other hand, is a perfect opportunity.
Okay.
So I'm flying. I'm going to try to steer Daisy, if at all possible, toward. Is there a way to like circle things? I guess not.
I'm not 100% sure on that, but you can see that there are.
So the where I'm at right now, all the cells on this side of the ship, I'm going for.
Oh, these down on the top side. Why is that not working? I don't know.
Yeah, I think Lucius is going to get ready to kind of like jump when we get close enough. But when that happens, just let me know because it's going to do something.
Yeah, all those. I'm going to just kind of just.
You'd also know that they're, and it won't let me draw because there's a freaking token. That where the like black circles are in the middle of the ship on the top deck.
Those are the main
deck,
sails.
Those are going to be the main sails as well. I mean, ruining all the ones on one side is for sure a viable option, as they are going to at least affect its steering capabilities. So it's up to you. I just was.
I mean, since I'm the closest to that area, and knowing that those cells are probably might be easier compared to the main cells.
They're also lower, so that does have
difficulty
a bonus for your them maybe not noticing. Hendrix, can you give me a stealth roll for Daisy? And there has been one advantage dropped into chat, so it's open for whoever.
Yeah, do it on Daisy.
Okay, she gets a +3 to a stealth roll. So
okay,
just get a d20.
Cool.
That'll be a 15. Did you say there's an advantage?
Yes,
if you want to use it, Chicomancer.
Yeah, I don't want Daisy getting hurt. For a dirty 20.
Dirty 20, very nice.
I got it covered.
Yeah, I mean, the owl knows how to kind of instinctually guide it in such a way so that it dips down and kind of like ducks below where the ship is. Kind of gets in this back wake where there's like this weird arcane crystal like glow coming off. There's like this essence that seems to be like emanating from the back of the ship, and is able to kind of steer over by the first back set of sails. So you're going to cut those?
Yes,
all right.
For sure.
What are you going to use to cut them?
I've got my short sword.
Short sword. Okay.
Really short sword.
Toothpick.
So go ahead and give me an attack roll.
I think I have anything else. Let me make sure, because I had like survival stuff. But no.
So we're gonna.
It's just a sword. So I didn't know if I had a saw or anything like that. So
I'm gonna move you over. Hopefully you stay.
18.
What was it? 18.
18.
Yeah. So. For sure, that's a successful attack. So you cut one of the ropes that connects this to the ship itself, and it, like, this side, the top side there, I really wish I had a good way to point this out.
Just mark it with the white,
Well, the problem is that it doesn't.
Oh, you can't write on it?
Well, because there's a token. and it's
Oh,
not part of the token. But
gotcha.
that back one kind of breaks loose and flutters forward, and the ship starts to like gyrate a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and you can tell like it wants to turn more to the right,
Mm-hmm.
but they're kind of correcting. The captain is making steering maneuvers to try to affect that.
Okay.
As your ship gets closer, anyone on board want to do anything?
So, how high above them are we right now? Like
You
10
guys
feet,
are
20
probably
feet?
aiming in and starting to kind of converge as they're trying to gain to get higher, and you guys are trying to kind of interject. You're probably 40 feet or so in elevation up, and then you're probably about where the actual map is looking to be now, as far as like, oh, man, I really suck at this thing. Yeah, that
So about 40 feet away.
about
tip
40
to tip.
feet, yeah. So about 40
Okay.
feet, and then about 40 feet up. So I think doing the math, it's probably more like 65 or something like that, or
Yeah,
so.
if using Pythagoras, it goes at 56.
There you go.
Do 60. Yeah.
60, yeah. It's been a while since I've had to do real math. My brain's like,
That's right.
it's somewhere in that. I know it's like 60, 65. So 55.
That's right. I'm just using a Google one.
Oh, there
You
you
just
go.
put the numbers in it and figures it out.
Look at you using
Okay,
technology.
So it's 60 feet away
Mm-hmm.
from tip to tip. I've got nothing at the moment. I'll wait till we get closer. This rope around my waist is only 50 feet at the best, so
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll hurl another firebolt at it, see if I can hit it this time.
Yeah.
Well, that's a thought, actually.
I mean, yeah, you can cast
I'll roll a
things that
10.
don't require
gonna-
your.
Send a chill touch out to the captain there.
Nice.
Gonna create a ghostly skeletal hand that's going to fly towards him, and as it gets towards him, it gets bigger and bigger until it's the size of his entire body, and it's just going to wrap around him.
Who are you aiming at?
At the captain who's piloting the ship,
Okay.
not our ship, obviously,
Yeah.
their ship. To be clear,
And that has more than 80 feet?
yeah, it's 120 foot.
Oh, perfect. That's good. With the angles, that should be good. Yeah.
It's going to be, I need to attack, so let's see a spell attack. Go on,
Let me just
do the thing. That's a 19. Is a 19
Yeah.
hit?
Oh, yeah. 19 will for sure hit.
Cool. In which case, that guy is going to take 13 points of necrotic damage. That's a cantrip. Are you
Damn.
crazy?
Yeah.
It can't regain hit points now until the start of my next turn. Until then, the hand clings to the target. This giant skeletal hand just clinging wrapped around the captain. He's not having a good day. That was a sorcerer cantrip, by the way.
Cool.
Do you want me to roll for
You know, because I have forgotten to have, let's see, you have disadvantage on everything because of not taking a long rest. But I don't think that's.
Oh yeah. I'll roll again. I don't mind.
All right.
That's an 18.
That still hits. Cool. Yeah, go ahead and give me a roll.
Oh man.
I haven't made you do it in a while.
D20.
Yeah. Just,
Here we go.
just anything but a 1, right?
Ooh, that's an 8.
Okay.
Yeah, carry on.
You cool. Carry on.
It rolled over the one so slowly.
You had that look. I was like, oh.
But at the same time, that's kind of what I want. You know,
Yeah.
I've got to entertain the chaos to get back.
For sure. Cool. Yeah. So, boom, 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 boom. Lucius, you just having such a hard time, right? You rolled a 10. Is that what you... Yeah.
He knows this is not gonna work, so he's gonna get into like a sprinting stance. And when we get close enough for the ship, it's gonna, get ready to dive bomb.
All right, cool. Why don't we, at this time, just so that we are in good points for the action to start, roll initiative, since we're starting to deal damage. That way I can officially start this and mark off the damage to the captain.
22 for me.
Okay.
I was feeling so cocky with that 21, but I don't think I'm even like third. Wait, do I get advantage? No, I don't. I think I had advantage as I popped it.
I've got advantage on initiative.
Yeah.
8 on initiative.
I think it's because of my shield.
Maybe. I think it's because he was a stout.
All right.
Halfling.
So our your ship. Let's see. Is there a way to like multi-select? No, I just pulled everyone off. Your ship starts moving closer, still keeping the altitude. As you approach. Let's see. I can do an altitude on this though, so let's see if I can figure that out. No, that'll screw up everything again. So we're just gonna keep you. All right. Looking at initiative, Lucius, you are first.
I don't know if are we close enough where I can jump and land in there? Or?
I mean, you're pretty close now. So let's see. Man, this is really driving me crazy. Using tokens. There we go. Yeah. So you're still probably about 30 feet above them, and 20 feet, like, or so. What is it? Yeah. So about 15 feet. So it would still be a drop. But given your strength, you can make the horizontal distance.
I was curious if I can do something very stupid.
I mean, you can always do something stupid. I full on encourage stupid.
He would run back. And then when he charges forward, he's going to try to grab each of them by one arm and jump off with them and dive bomb into the ship.
Oh gosh. So you're going to carry your teammates over.
Yeah.
This token thing's driving me crazy.
But pretty much right as I'm like halfway of hitting, not halfway, but close. I said like 10 feet off the ship, like about to land, I would feather fall and let them go. And then I would land before they do.
Okay. So, everyone's going to get hit with the feather fall, or just your team?
Just our team. Okay. Pretty much, I'm like, right when I'm about to land, I'll cast a feather fall and let go of them and hit the ship.
All right. So, Hendrix and Randy, are you allowing him to carry you across?
If he can pick me up, yeah, why not?
All right. So,
all right.
You going to?
Yeah, all right.
Okay. You do spot there's like a halfling at the back of the ship, back there, like crouched down. Give me an athletics check. This is to see, like, because you're trying to carry 2 people with you to make the jump. So give me athletics to see, are you strong enough? Ooh, boy.
I do have a question. Can I use my inspiration to resolve?
Yeah, for sure. Please do.
Okay.
I'm going to throw a bit of bardic inspiration on this one.
Probably a good idea.
Probably.
Yeah, I'm going to need that. It's a D8 or 10?
I'll tell you in a second.
He's not full bard, so it's probably either a 6 or 8.
1d6. You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. I'm gonna need that or I'm gonna kill us all. Okay, that's
Oh my
16.
Okay, I'll say 16's good enough. I wasn't making it impossible, but a sub 10 roll was definitely not going to trigger the leniency of the DM. So yeah, cool. You run and leap off, carrying with you your 2 teammates. Luckily, you are, extremely strong, thanks to your gauntlets, and you're able to kind of toss your friends aboard, casting Featherfall at the last second to let your teammates drift down. Cool.
If possible, can I land on this guy in front of me? The one that what is he wearing? Like a mask or?
He's a dark-skinned halfling.
Yeah. No, the other one. The one.
Oh, the other one. A lizard folk.
Dragon. Yeah, the lizard folk. I want to land like right next to him.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I mean, figure you'd probably get like a little bit of movement going still. All right. I think that's probably because your action would be to carry them across. That's probably it for your economy, unless you have some bonus action thing.
Well, not bonus action, but I know I got an ability that it doesn't say you need to use like an action or anything. But I want to use my for the failing shield wall, where it gives me 3 extra armor and 2 armor to anybody like close to me.
Okay, cool. Yeah, yep. Become impossible to hit. Perfect. Love it.
Cool.
All right, Pios, you're up with Randy on deck.
All right, I go for the second vat of sails.
Okay.
The second set.
Kind of angle over, make an attack roll.
It's not good.
No. You strike down, but being on the back of the bird as you fly by, it's just too hard to get a strong enough cut to break through the very thick ropes that hold the sail on board the ship.
Yeah.
You did see your friends like leap over and onto the ship.
Okay.
You gonna keep Daisy low down there, or are you gonna ride her somewhere else, or?
Let's see here.
Because you only used about 10 feet of Daisy's movement.
See, they're right there.
Yeah, they just jumped on the back of the ship.
So, assuming that was the halfling like actually holding on to the steerage, or was it this other person?
The actual one steering the ship is this one with the tricorn, or the two-sided, the captain's hat. If you can see him, he's in the middle of the ship itself.
Middle of the ship, okay.
Black. He's wearing black.
Yeah, why not? I'm gonna steer it and have Daisy sit up in that sail.
Oh, up right above him?
Yeah, and I'm gonna prepare to drop down on him next action. I'm gonna hide.
Okay.
Or I'm gonna try to. Can I have me and Daisy hide together?
I mean, you can dive in there. You can bonus action hide.
Okay.
I don't think it necessarily works for the owl, but you can continue.
Okay.
Like, you can make another stealth check to see how well that angle conceals you. And then I'll let Billy on his...
Because my thought was that me and the owl would like just drop down on him next round, and then I'll attack him.
Yeah.
And then
I mean, and I'll let Billy make a roll for Daisy to see how well Daisy hides.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh, almost nat 20. 24 though.
Okay.
19 for Daisy.
Yeah, I mean, you feel pretty comfortable right now.
Okay,
especially with the heat of the battle.
So yeah, because my goal is next round to drop down on him, attack him, and to get my sneak attack.
Okay.
So
yeah, cool. No
and
problem.
possibly take him out from like trying to steer. It's the whole,
Yeah. Randy.
But right now, how high up are you?
Well, we're gonna drop down together. So
no, I'm saying, but right now, how high are you?
Oh, I don't know how high.
They're pretty tall sail. Like, this is the main mast. The middle one is the main mast. But are you like on top of it, or are you like on top of the sails?
Well, I'd be on the beams, I guess they're called. I can't remember where this. Yeah,
probably about 35 feet up. So we can actually do that here. We'll do a token. Put you to 35.
I'm just always aware at this precise moment of like, what happens if I lose concentration?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I'm just...
YOLO.
I mean, he's on a bird that's on a beam that's on a ship. So, I mean, he'd probably not fall to his death.
No.
I'm falling right on that fucker, though, if I do.
Daisy might not be happy if Pios goes to small size.
Yeah. Yeah, that might become a thing.
Randy, you are up.
Yeah. There's a lot that's happened around in the last 6 seconds.
Yeah.
He was over there, and now he's over here. We're stopping this ship, right? I turn to the captain and I go, in the name of the Senate, you will stop this ship immediately. And I cast Charm Person on him.
Okay, nice. What is the roll on that?
Not that bad, you know. I think you need a Charm Person is a first level spell. Sorry.
You're good.
Wisdom save 14.
Okay. Ooh. All right. Yeah, you feel the spell take hold as he well, it's not his turn yet, but you can feel that it had an effect on him.
Yeah.
Charm Person causes them to be your friend. What's the wording on that?
Yeah, the wording is you attempt to charm a humanoid you can see within range. It must make a wisdom saving throw and does so with advantage if you or your companions are fighting it. Okay. So I guess that would be a reroll there. If it fails, it's charmed by you until the spell ends, which can be up to 1 hour, or until me or my companions do anything harmful to it. The charmed creature regards you as a friendly acquaintance. When the spell ends, the creature knows it was charmed by you.
All right. What was the DC again? Now that I have advantage. He got a 15, so
Dagnamit.
Is able to ignore it. Charm Person, is that a concentration spell?
It is not.
Okay, cool.
Which is crazy, considering it can last for up to an hour.
Right.
That's insane.
That's why I was like, it's got to be concentration, but no. Cool, perfect.
Kids,
yeah.
Take the first level spells. They are awesome sauce.
You thought that it was going to work. Like, it seemed like it was starting to take hold, but then he looks around and sees Lucius on deck prepping to fight his team, and sees his sails fluttering from the damage from Pios's attack, and he kind of steels himself and pushes through.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine.
It was the advantage because he rolled that.
Yeah, no, I realize now after the fact that I could have used the Tides of Chaos to actually have stopped that advantage from existing by saying I get an advantage on an attack roll, ability check or saving throw.
Oh.
But I don't know if that applies to just me or for anyone around me at any point. That would be so OP if it
Yeah, I think it's just you.
Can you imagine?
I think you figured out, like, so many times you've been trying to use it on other people, and it doesn't work, sadly. Anything you want to move anywhere, do anything?
I'm gonna pull out my sword, and I'm going to ready silvery barbs at someone as a reaction if it happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, sounds good. Doesn't...
It doesn't matter. It's a reactive.
Yeah, it's a reactive,
spell,
but
so
you're
until the moment
ready to make the right moves when it comes
Yeah.
about.
A little bit what? Bring it. In it.
All right. Let's see here. The lizard folk is going to step over, still within the range there. Step up to Randy, and he's going to attempt to make an attack. Let's see. It lifts its club up and is going to attempt to strike down on you with his club. Ooh, that rolled off of a 19 to a 3, so that's a 7, which should miss. And then he's going to try to come in and bite you. And, it's only an 11 to hit. I'm pretty sure it misses. Yep.
It misses, but... Oh! Ew!
Yeah. Yeah, it's snarling and angry. The halfling here is going to react and... sorry, just double checking. And... he's going to step, sadly, in between you two, at the moment anyways, and attempt to go after Randy, because he's not good without...
I get a reaction on him, because he...
Actually, you don't. Because you...
Okay, sneaky.
You utilized your feather.
Yeah, yes, that yeah.
It doesn't matter, because I can't roll, apparently. That was a high of 12 with advantage against Randy. And then...
Gentlemen, a classic error. If you thought going against me would mean this was my first aerial battle. Not at all.
And then he's going to use his bonus action to disengage. And 10, 15, 20. Move down the stairs a bit to get away from these combatants.
Person literally ran up to me, tried to stab me, then ran off again.
Hell yeah. He's like, oh no, I missed. Woo, I'm out.
Deuces.
So, the dark-skinned woman at the front of the ship manning the main forward ballista is going to... let me do a quick, just to see. Perception is not great. It's got to roll great. Nope. Now I roll decent, but not good enough. This one up front, heavily armored, dark-skinned female, kind of starts running forward. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I don't think she'd have a good angle, so she's going to keep going. 35, 40, 45, 50.
45, 50.
Well, she's dashing at this point.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Cool.
She's going to dash up here next to Lucius and just kind of prep there. She's got the scale mail on. She has her long sword out, just kind of ready to fight. Let's see. This guy is... this one. This guy's going to rush back to try to help out. Why can't I grab this guy? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet up here. And we'll attempt to make an attack on Lucius. Though I don't think we're going to have success. 18 does not hit you with all your stuff, right? No, you're 20 plus.
I got 23 right now.
Yeah, you're ridiculous right now. Cool. That's all right. So yeah, he comes up and swings a longsword at you, but you're able to bat it away easily with your shield. Now to the captain. What's this one too? Sorry.
Hendrix, you going to stay at the back of the boat?
Lucius, can you give me a wisdom saving throw? What is my spell save DC for this guy? All right.
I rolled a 12.
Perfect. All right. So a twisted crown of iron appears on Lucius's head, and his eyes start to kind of glow, this maddening glow in his eyes. So the charmed target must use this action before moving on each of his turns to make a melee attack against a creature other than itself that I mentally choose. The target can act normally on its turn if you choose no other creature or if none within its reach. On your subsequent turns, you must use your action to maintain control over the target or ends. So currently that, it starts at the start of your turn, but it's going to aim for Randy. All right. And Hendrix, you are up.
I'm ready. Nice and scared.
Okay. I've still got this rope around my waist. Is that going to be an action to undo that?
No, I'd say you could just, untie it. Like, you're skilled enough soldier that you would know how to tie some knot.
I unsheath my sword and cut the rope as I do it.
That works, yeah.
And
just like the army taught you.
Just
I was in the town guard for a little stint, and I will run around here. Not know. Now, do I still get the +2 to AC even though he's mind controlled?
That is an excellent question. I think so, because you're still technically his ally, even though, because he could still act normally if I didn't select a target. I think he can still move, but I have to, let's see. They are charmed. A charmed creature can attack the charmer or target the charmer with harmful abilities. Charmer has advantage on all ability checks to interact socially with it. But while the target is charmed in this way, a twisted target can act normally on its turn if you choose no other creature or if none are within its reach. So I think that you still count him as an ally. So I think that's okay.
Who's charmed?
Lucius is currently charmed.
God damn it, Lucius!
And you can see this glowing crown of iron, it looks like iron, upon his head, and his eyes are kind of glowing madly.
Oh man, do I recognize that spell? And
you can roll Arcana. You probably do. But go ahead, Hendrix. Make your.
Yeah, I'll come up, sword drawn. See, there's somebody up the stairs facing me, and here, and I'll strike forwards. Adding booming blade into that as well.
You're attacking the one right in front of you.
Correct.
Yeah, you see a red-skinned hobgoblin in splint mail out there.
That's a 25 to hit.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so that's that. Which is 15 plus Booming Blade, which is 7. So that's 22 plus Sneak Attack.
Yeah, it's not going to matter.
Not doesn't matter because he's already dead.
Yeah.
I won't roll it then. There's no point.
You strike him down. These aren't really designed to be like the hardiest of foes. They're just designed to be there to be the crewman. Let's see. What do I want to use here? Oh, there we go. Dead. There you go. That particular one falls down dead.
Okay, I'll step forwards where his body is, pushing it to the side, and just end my turn there.
All right.
Sword ready.
Actually, we're just going to drop him down. All right, perfect. And with that, this guy back here is going to leap forward 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, he's going to keep moving though. 35. Actually, from here at 30, should be able to see up there. And we'll try to take a shot. He pulls out his longbow and tries to take a shot at Hendrix, which, given the armor bonus and my ability to roll, means that he misses. An arrow goes flying by as you kind of take position, Hendrix, looking at the foes around you, and you see this like a knoll kind of hunched over and longbow out, but misses. This one is all right. Hendrix, give me a wisdom saving throw.
I don't want to. Wisdom saving throw, hey?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, natural 20 for a 23.
Perfect. Yeah. You see this female over by the edge there. This one.
Yeah.
Just moving. Like with her hand reached out, and you feel this like force kind of settle into your mind for a moment, but you're able to like kind of growl and push it off, getting rid of the effect as she was attempting to cast Hold Person. And then she is going to kind of retreat a little bit down the ways, not needing to be close.
Point my sword at her quickly and just like, I felt that. You down there, trying to get in my mind.
All right, so this guy here is going to leap forward 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Using a bonus action, he's going to move forward towards a hostile creature that it can see, which will be Hendrix. And then use...
Well, can I use a reaction when he comes into my melee range?
Yeah.
I will use Brace, one of my fighting maneuvers, which allows me to do a attack when they come into my melee range.
Okay.
So that is a 10 to hit.
No, he runs up and you slash out, but the angle that he's coming and the speed that he came at you is such that you didn't get enough force, and it kind of just scrapes across the hide armor.
Actually, Hendrix has an advantage.
Oh, okay.
If
You want to utilize that? You were
use
given.
Yeah, if not, I'll waste my maneuver, so I might as well.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Okay.
whoever did that.
Yeah,
Mooney
Yeah.
Or a
Mooney
22 to hit.
22 will hit.
Okay. So that is 8 damage plus my sneak attack because I am a swashbuckler.
Yep. No.
So that's 13 damage total.
Yeah, you kind of stick out your sword, and he is coming at such speed that it almost like impales himself on it a little bit as he moves in, and He growls in pain, but then pulls up a great axe and brings it
Apologies.
down.
I also add a D8 because of the superiority dice to the damage. Another 2 damage.
Okay, and does a 23 hit you?
It does at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he
Always
brings up
at
this
the
great
moment.
axe and brings it down, slashing across you, dealing 12 points of slashing damage. And
12.
but you can tell you dealt a pretty grievous wound to this creature, and he's growling in pain and agony. And Lucius, you can go ahead and make an attack against Randy now.
Or me. It's up to you.
Well, it was it the caster designated Randy.
They don't like elves.
I'm sorry, that was 26 to hit.
Yes.
Roll damage.
9.
9 points of damage.
Hold on.
He's holding
What
back.
did you roll?
26 to hit, and then
You rolled a
9.
26. Yeah, you know,
Silvery barbs him.
I'm going to give you a silvery barbs just there, mate. So can you re-roll that D20?
There you go.
19. Sorry.
No, that's fine. I will not forget this day, though.
The one question that I have, even though I don't want to ask him,
Yeah.
since I have multi-attack, do I have to attack him twice?
I believe you must use its action to make. It says a melee attack against a creature, but I would think that because your action is 2 attacks, I think it's both.
100%.
I think it's both.
Okay.
I agree with that. Bring it on. By the way, that was a sorceress thing, so I'm just going to do a quick roll here for you.
Just a little checkity check.
The other
also
one
get
was
to-
21
21 points of damage.
No,
to hit.
to hit.
To hit.
Oh, yeah, that also hits. You did.
Don't forget you get to give somebody advantage with silvery barbs. You might
That's,
need it in a second.
That's 12 damage.
So that's 21
What?
points total.
Why are you trying to make me kill my people, man?
I mean, I'm not going to get through your armor for a while. Not with these guys. So they're going to use magic and force
But
you.
my bonus action, I can hit somebody else, right?
Yeah, it just says you have to use your action to make the attack. So you
Okay.
can.
Bonus action, I'm gonna hit the lizard guy.
Pios, I'm going to give
That's
the
26.
advantage on the next thing.
26 will hit. Yeah.
11 damage.
So what's the total amount of damage?
21. He only took half your hit points in 1 round of combat.
I'm sorry.
Like,
Yeah,
literally, he took half of my health in one round.
I'm sorry. It was all his fault.
No, that's
Do I get
fine.
to roll the
Lou,
wisdom thing
Lou,
after my
I
hand?
understand. You're
That's not what-
susceptible to spells because you're a bit of a clod and a giant. It's not your fault. You're like the guy who's bad with the mouse in the Men of Mice and Men. I'm just saying. What is it, Lenny? Lemmy? I want to say it now.
Lemmy.
Lemmy.
So it was 11 points of damage against the lizard folk. And yes, you do get to re-roll your save at the end of your turn.
That's good. Let's see. I still got movement, so let's see. I guess I'm gonna try to move away from them if possible. So I'll go over here. I'll take the attack. Oh, I can't grab my thing.
What opportunity of attack? I can't do that. I've done a reaction as a silvery barb.
Well, I meant to move around the lizard guy. I'm trying to get away from you
Yes.
guys so I don't hurt you guys.
Rubbing my face in it. Look at him, just dancing away. Go, an opportunity. Oh no, not for you. Bye.
Well, those guys are hostile to you, so you can't just move through
Oh, I
hostile
can.
creatures.
Okay.
You can move
Okay.
through friendly creatures.
Okay, I'll move back here then.
Okay, so you're going to get attacks from the 2 that are right there. So that is the lizard folk.
GM,
Yeah.
he went over the power source just there.
Yeah.
Is that right? Okay. So is that flat embedded into the floor, or is it like on a pedestal, or what?
It's not. It's embedded in the floor with the crystal sticking up, probably like 1.5 feet, 2 feet. I figure he could jump over or step around if he wants. That one misses. Who's the other one? Is
So, like, if a globe and a tracker ball made love, this would be the baby.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Who the? Oh, that's that person. Sorry, I'm even having trouble. I have too many creatures, but I figured it's a ship crew, and I can't roll. So yeah, you're able to step away. They take their swings at you, but they fail to strike true.
I have to do a con save for that. So half of 20. So I have to do a DC of 10. Is that right?
Oh,
a concentration.
Yeah. 21. Yeah, DC 10. And you're fine. Yeah. Lucius, what did you roll for your wisdom?
I didn't roll it one second.
Okay. Another wisdom saving throw, if you please.
That's 14.
Yeah, you are able to shake off the effect and know that you're no longer controlled.
He's gonna yell at him, I'm sorry.
Pios, you're up, followed by Randy.
We're diving.
Okay. Dive bomb.
Yeah.
Flyby attack.
Flyby attack. Yeah. All right. Here we go.
I'm down for it. So you can, go ahead and make your attack with advantage because he was not expecting it.
Okay.
Given your stealth rolls. I guess technically you have advantage anyways because you were given it by Randy. But all right, so the first 22. One for sure hits. Yeah.
Yeah.
So all the damages, all the stuff.
Yeah. Okay. 6 there plus. Oh, seriously, piece of junk. 11 points damage though.
Okay.
Total.
You've got to take 1d4 off of that.
Oh, yeah, subtract d4.
Subtract a d4?
Yeah, because you're small.
Roll now.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Sorry.
Of course, I rolled a 4.
Of course. That's right. You inflicted some damage.
7 points damage.
Even with sneak attack? That ain't seem too high.
He rolled horribly.
Yeah, 2 1s and a 3.
All right.
So, damn.
Where are you ending up, Pios?
I'm going to end up back. Okay, so I swoop down. I think. Okay, I guess I'm. Can you see the little?
Yeah.
Oh, that was what was that?
So that's what we do.
Oh, so if you hold down the left button, you get the little click, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you?
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
I just stumbled onto that. So I'm here. We're swooping down. And I think I'm gonna end up. Shoot, Yeah, I'm gonna. These cells are lower though, right?
Yeah, those are like below level. There's another, not as big sail, but there's another sail back here.
Swoop down, stab him in the neck, then swoop back. Oh yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna swoop down below the ship.
Okay.
That way he doesn't see me anymore. So I'm gonna go this direction.
So over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, yeah.
Love it. All right. Cool.
See, did I do? No, I didn't do my bonus action. So my bonus action is going to be stealth.
Okay, make your roll. Can you give me a Daisy roll too?
Roll a 16.
Okay.
Also a 16.
Okay. Cool. It's Randy. It's your turn.
I will call across to Hendrix and say, "Cheers, my dears. But seriously, let me make it clear that today, right now, you should cover your ears." So I'm giving him Bardic Inspiration, and then I am dropping a third level Shatter.
Oh, damn, son.
Going just to the left. How can I describe it? Covering the column of the bottom 3 guys that Hendrix is in, the 2 guys to the left of them, and also covering the little globe in the floor, little power source.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I'm just trying to. So
that would be like that.
You're in there too. Did you want to move out of there?
I'm not in there.
You're right here, right?
Yeah, I'm outside it if I do that.
And you're going which way, though? Down.
I'm starting off at the top. Can you see where my square is?
Where your what is?
My square, is that showing up on the system? No,
I don't see a square.
I see a square.
Oh, okay. That square.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
So on top of Hendrix.
On top of Hendrix,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Okay, yeah. Perfect. So what's the save on that?
Save on that is Constitution 14. Again, Hendrix, you have got a Bardic Inspiration where you can add to.
I got a 22 on
Don't
the
worry
save.
about it. You're fine. You're fine.
I still take half though, don't I?
Yeah, you do. Sorry.
That's all right. I remember this.
That's not. That guy's dead. That guy's out of it. That guy.
You actually stopped me from healing though, because I was going to steal all their blood with my sword.
Oh no! I did a bad thing.
That guy's good. And who else? So 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's just the 3 and the thing itself. All right, cool. What was the damage?
3d8, which, as everyone knows, is going to come out to a perfect score. Oh god, 10 points of damage. That's a second level spell. Oh wait, hold on. I did it at third level.
You did
didn't
a
I?
third, so add another D8 on there.
Yeah, I gotta do one of those. I gotta do one of those. All right, come on, D8. Don't suck. That thing you do, don't do. 8.
Okay, 18. So
18.
Hendrix takes 9.
Yeah.
Let's see. This creature failed. So 18 points of damage. The
mast at the back also takes 18 as well.
okay. And this guy, whew, so glad for him that he passed. All right, they're all still up. However, the knight that is, well, we'll just use to your north, Hendrix, took the brunt of the blow. Definitely staggering from that large blow. The other 2 seem to be able to kind of dodge out of the way a little bit and take less damage, but obviously still a chunk of them. The orc that's to your south looks brutally beaten up, his just bleeding from his ears and his eyes. That shatter did no good to him. A crack starts forming in that back mast, and the crystal gets a little jagged crack across it as you kind of detonate this magical force. Well done.
Did I take out the energy crystal?
It still seems to be glowing, but it certainly is. You can see there's this kind of arcane essence kind of flowing out of it a little bit, and the ship seems to get a little bit slower as it took the damage.
Can I call out to the crew and I'll say, this is your last chance. Drop your weapons and bring us Senator Helle right now.
Okay. Give a persuasion check.
Okay.
Again, we're utilizing
A disadvantage,
being tired,
right?
So, yeah. I mean, you're still good at it, so.
Double 18s.
Okay, yeah. Sounds good. Perfect. When I get to everyone's turn, I'll see how they react.
Yep.
That was you, and in fact, the lizard folk right in front of you will make a... What is this going to be? Oh, just roll that. Oh, yeah. The lizard folk growls at you and just attempts to attack. Apparently uninspired by your words. Swings a spiked shield at you, but you're able to dodge out of the way because, geez, heaven forbid I roll. And then brings down the club that it was wielding. And that was even worse. So 2 attacks, your nimble elf self is able to dodge back out of the way. And let's see.
Call me the last action hero because you just made a big mistake. That's an old reference.
Yeah.
You've got to love a 93 ref right there.
I like that movie.
Quality movie.
The
Booger Baby Booger Bungus.
Oops. Now, is there a way to get rid of your square? Let's see. There we go. All right. The halfling.
Didn't know I was going to say that, did you?
Is going to.
I think that was going to happen.
The halfling's going to. Oh, he has advantage. Let's see if that helped at all. The halfling's going to like drop his short sword and put his hands up like, I'm just a crewman. I'm just a crewman.
Get down.
And is going to kind of run away from the main combatants and kind of like huddle back against the railing, hoping that he can stay out of the fight.
Where is he? I lost the half. Is he over here?
Yeah.
Oh, up there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Similarly, the knight that seems to have taken the brunt of the shatter spell. Actually, let's see. Let's give it one more try because they aren't happy with you. They are also going to drop their sword and kind of step away. Like, look, just hired hand. And she steps forward and kind of trying to get out of the way. This guy's dead. Captain. Jeez, these dice rolls are awful. Oh, does help. Yeah. The captain is going to say, "Hey guys, it's not worth it, guys. Just let him have her. Let him have her." I figure he's seen enough people die so far. Hendrix, you do have action. Seems like a bit of the crew has so far decided to take up Randy's offer to just kind of give up and allow you guys access to the ship. There are still a few that the lizard folk on Randy kind of ignored it and kept on fighting, and we haven't seen the reactions yet from the other two.
Okay, I'll look up and down this orc quickly with my sword, and I'll take a step back, but keeping an eye on him to see what he does.
Okay, in which case I will make Yeah. He puts his hands up like, okay.
Okay. I will use this moment to make an example of the lizard folk and slice his legs with booming blade.
Nice.
Oh.
For an 11 to hit.
Remember, you got bardic inspiration. Just
It's a D6, right?
Yeah, it is.
Plus 6. 17 to hit.
17 will hit. Nice.
Clutch. Additional 6 points of thunder damage as well to that.
Okay, so that's 13 plus additional 6 of 19, and then I get sneak attack as well.
Yeah. Sorry.
Another 11.
It doesn't really matter.
27 total.
Nice.
As I slice it at the back of his legs.
Yeah, you're able to
kneel full.
Finish him off. Drops down, roll a d6.
One.
Gain 1 hit point. Whee. A bit of his blood is drawn into the blade as you finish him off.
In front of the whole crew.
I will take this moment to move down toward the captain and just raise my sword towards the captain.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect. The knoll next to you. Let's see. I think. The knoll here steps forward and attempts to attack you. He has actually he doesn't need to step forward. He reaches over with his glaive and brings it down, attempting to strike you, Hendrix, with it.
Okay.
Bounced off of a natural 20.
Did he miss?
The first one he misses, yes.
Then I will use riposte.
Okay.
And attack him for a 15 to hit.
15 will hit. Yep.
Okay, so that's that. 14 plus 4, 18 plus a d8 for my dice of another 2, so that's 20 damage.
Whew. 20 damage, and I think he misses. The second attack was a 19.
Yeah, that misses.
Okay. Cool. Perfect. And let's see what she rolls here. Oh, that's so appropriate. All right. The woman over here looks around, sees the state of the ship, thinks about it, and then jumps over the side of the ship.
We're above that. Okay.
Yeah. And she's starting to fall. Cool. That was her turn. The orc had already said he was done. Lucius, you're up. So basically, the Knoll is the only one who's still had any fight left in him on this ship.
I'm gonna go up to the Knoll and I'm gonna shove him off the ship.
Okay, nice. Yeah, make your athletics check.
Jeez, that's an 11.
Meets break scenario.
Yeah, he's able to kind of like slap your hands away.
I'll try again. Like, really? See what happens. Oh, be better. God damn, that's even worse at 10.
Yeah, he's again able to kind of deflect your attack. He is for sure
he's
like
it's
a
all
pretty
that
strong
fur.
creature anyways, but yeah.
Yeah, I'll stay there and I'm not gonna waste my my stuff. Screw it.
Okay. Perfect. All right, that is you. So Pios, you're up, followed by Randy.
So I went down, going underneath the ship, and then I'm popping back up right here in this dude's back.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Come around. I love it. Yeah.
Yep.
Sounds good. Make
Okay,
your attack. You get advantage. And
yes, I'm
obviously
going to use
and all
that for sure.
Yeah. You and me, buddy. It doesn't
24.
Like
24.
right. 24 will hit for sure.
And now the hard part. That's 4 on the sword, and come on. Okay, so see math.
Well, roll another d4.
Yeah, so 17 total plus minus. Please roll 1.
So it says
3.
Okay, so 14 points of damage.
14 points of damage.
Still a mighty blow. Are you staying there? Are you maneuvering?
No, fly by. And we're gonna fly back up to our initial perch in this mast right here.
Okay.
So
sounds good. Alrighty.
Wrong character.
Oh, whoops.
Here, I'll move myself.
Yeah.
Oh, there. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Back at it. Oh yeah, you were there. Sorry. Okay. So Randy, you're up, and then we've got everyone. Hendrix will be on deck because everyone else is kind of surrendered and is just kind of staying there, minus the one that jumped overboard.
Okay, Randy is going to look at the 2 people who are still intent on killing him.
I think it's just the one now. It's just the Knoll now.
This one?
No, he had surrendered. He is dead by Hendrix's hand. So we're just down to this guy.
Okay. Well, then I will take that last guy and I will give him Yodi Hand of Death. What is it called again? Skeletal Hand? No.
Shield.
I know it. I know my spell names.
Shield
Killing Touch.
Listen, as a sorcerer, I take very serious the fact that I accidentally learned magic without making any kind of effort whatsoever. Anyway, that guy, he's going to get it for 19. Does that hit?
That'll hit for sure.
It's going to be a good old-fashioned 13 points of damage to him.
Doggy.
And he can't do anything until the end of start of my next turn. I'm going to move up and I'm going to go up to the captain. And as I'm walking up to him, I'm going to think of a rousing speech that sailors would appreciate. But my realm of knowledge is so small in this phrase that the only thing I can think of in this moment is a trashy novel based around pirates. And it's just doing a speech that sounds something like, what does she say? And it's a woman character and is saying it as well. So as I'm doing in a high-pitched voice. It's not effective. But basically it's and they're talking about how there's going to be, are we going to be scared? No. Are we going to be frightened bilge rats aboard a derelict ship? No. They're going to see 3 men and freedom. And the enemy's going to see the flash of our cannons. They're going to hear the ring of our swords. They're going to know what we're going to do. Gentlemen, hoist the colors. And I'm going to realize at the end of the speech, I'm not sure what I was trying to achieve rather than get everyone on my side. But I am going to end up just by the captain, and my sword is going to just poke against him very absentmindedly.
Okay.
Can I move? Can you move me? Thank you.
Yep. I got you.
You got me found.
All right.
And that is turn.
Nice.
Did he die?
Did your target?
Yeah.
He has 2 hit points left. Hendrix, do the honors.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look him in the eyes and just very slowly walk into him and attack for a 17 to hit.
That will hit. Yeah. So go ahead and just describe how you finish this last vestige of holdout.
I just very slowly walk into him, stab him in the gut, wait a moment as the sword absorbs 4 HP, and just let him fall backwards off the ship.
Onto the ground below.
For sure.
Some poor farmer going on the way into market thinking, I think everything's going to be fine if I could just make it in without any haphazard things. Oh my God, what's just landed on my cart?
Yeah.
His livelihood lost. His
That's how you
farm
form
will
a
be taken away.
BBG. That farmer's going to learn like necromancy just for revenge purposes on you. That's
Oh yeah, as he looks
Right,
up,
they
he
see the
sees
senator's ship.
the ships, and he's like, "I will have my vengeance." Oh, it's more the sun you have to worry about. That's riding,
right
next to it
sure.
on the donkey.
While it's still my turn, I'll bonus action and second wind, just to get a little bit of HP back.
Sounds good. As you kind of look around, you see that your combatants here have either fled or surrendered or died, thus leaving you with an open deck with no signs of hostility. The ship slows now that the captain has kind of like relinquished the controls and set back, and you see your ship kind of slowly drift up alongside and slow nearby.
Where is she?
The senator's down the lowest hold, the last door. If you go to the lowest area here and take that door down, she's got a few bodyguards, and she keeps a monstrosity aboard.
I'm
Sword
sorry.
monstrosity.
That's a good question. You will answer that question.
It's weird creature, kind of like
You've done
strange,
this.
like tentacles that attaches to the crystal, and it has these multiple floating eyes. It's always watching, always ready to do her bidding.
Do we know what this is?
I mean, you can give me some sort of roll that would.
I mean, you know what I mean? You know what I mean.
Have you heard a story? Have you,
Yeah.
I'm
I'll
gonna
do a history, but
Can I roll nature? No, never mind. Ignore nature.
yeah, never mind. I got a nat 1 for a total of 0.
I'm going to roll an Arcana.
I know nothing.
Here, do I have anything that would work?
I don't know what that is either. Sounds weird. Let's go kill it. Shouldn't be that
I agree.
Let's go.
Yep. Strange creature. It's well out of the wheelhouse of all of you guys.
I rolled 15.
Yeah, it's not like a natural creature, like not something you would find in nature normally. So you're unsure exactly what it is. Not something you've come across. It was going to be a tough one just because it's more obscure. All right, so anything you guys would like to do while you're kind of currently out of the initiative order?
Can we trust these guys? Like, do we need to tie them up, subdue them?
You asking me or asking?
I'm asking my fellow companions.
I fly down to a decent level. We land. Can I go back to normal?
Yes, sorry. There you go. Literally, you see Randy go through like a range of different motions as he slowly realizes he's never stopped this spell before because he's never done this spell before. And he's only ever wanted to make it happen. He's never wanted it to stop happening. So he's like...
And as I get off Daisy, and as I get transformed back in, I jump off the little banister or whatever, and I kind of look around, shake my head. That Randy was a good spell. We will have to use that again.
I think so. I was thinking if you had actually been flying a bit higher up, I might have just like canceled that out and then switched you into a super large Pios. Then you could just like squish people. And then I thought you might go right through the ship.
Can you do that spell again though?
Yeah.
Today.
Oh yeah.
Because
that's a good
they
question.
said monstrosity. Maybe I need to go bigger.
I mean, with all due respect, if we're going to get anyone to go up against a monstrosity, let's get,
yes. Lucius will be perfect for that.
Yeah. I mean, you could just like jump on his shoulder plate and no one could see you at all forever and ever. You know what I mean?
Indeed. Another creature to ride into battle. That will be wondrous.
Not a creature, but thank you.
As that's happening, how damaged does the crystal powering the ship look like? And has the ship come to a complete stop?
Yeah, the ship has kind of slowed, and then it's kind of glided to a stop, and whatever movement it may be doing over the land is more based on just pure like drifting from the airflows around this, but for the most part stationary. And your ship is pulled up alongside as well.
We leave these people to lick their wounds and treat their dead, and go below deck.
In a moment, before we go below deck, I asked the guys who we got on our side now, I'm like, how many does she have down there?
She's got 4 of her guard. Herself's down there. And the monstrosity thing. The eye thing.
Any of you have access to her room?
I mean, she's staying in the captain's quarters right here. And points to the door immediately behind you guys. But she is currently held up in the bottom by the main crystal.
Really?
Yeah. The ones up here, they're like secondary. It's a weird... She's experimenting, I think, with these crystals. They're like add-ons. We haven't fully integrated, otherwise we may have been able to outrun you, but
no, I see it's an interesting idea. Hendrix, Lucius, Pius, quick word.
Yes,
I have an evil plan. I think it could work, and I think it would be very funny. It will involve ripping off the back of the ship, though.
Go on. I'm listening.
We could strap this ship's rear to the rear of our ship and then set our ship to tow. And then as the rope becomes tight, I could shatter the support joists of the actual ship and just rip it.
And then we jump in and make our maneuver.
I don't think we need to make a maneuver necessarily, because at that point, they're going to be holding on to a ship which has got a big hole where their new floor should be. And they'll be underneath us.
What's the plan? What we taking?
We could be on the other ship and pick them off from ranged attacks.
Yeah, but I'm saying we may not have to kill anyone. We could arrest them all. The senator should be taken alive. She should go before the court of law.
But the others can be killed.
Anyone can be killed. Let's be clear.
Of course.
I'm just saying, in this instance, the more people that we can flip and can say, she paid me off to do these things, the better our case looks.
Okay. I'll just look back at our ship and look at the back of this ship. Does it even look like it could carry it? Because it's significantly smaller.
Yeah.
I'm not looking to carry it. I'm looking to have it start to pull, and I want to rip it right there.
I mean, the theory is sound, like between using the spell Shatter, and the other ship. Now, knowledge of these ships that have been given, each one goes for in the hundreds of thousands of gold coins. So, I mean, you're very welcome to try, and there's a chance of success. How happy everyone's going to be about the destruction of the ship will
captain.
be, that's up to future interpretations.
Okay, but can the smaller ship drag the inert larger ship back across the bay?
Depending on what happens when you tear out the back of the...
Oh, I'm not saying we're not. I'm saying if I don't tear it out, I'm saying can we drag the entire thing? Because you said hundreds of thousands, and that realization has given Randy pause.
Yeah,
because he has debts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, also whether you're allowed to, air quotes, keep, the full value of it, but,
Trolled. We found it.
So currently, the ship is I mean, it can still be flown. It still can maneuver. So you could do that. You could just try to take the ship, with you and deal with Senator not here in the sky. Whether she will react or not is a question. Your ship could probably tow the other ship, given that there was no resistance, no, whatever, if that's the other way you want to go.
Yeah. So, I mean, Randy genuinely was thinking we could just start a fire on this ship and just wait for them to come out, because they're going to have to come out or die, Mm-hmm. Or we can drag back the entire ship and claim the booty and just have the local law arrest the people on board. The only issue I have with both of those issues is giving her so much time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think we should go in there, because if she's working with the demons and God knows if they can teleport or what she can do down there, I think we should go down there before she gets away if she can.
Okay.
We'll instruct the crew to return the ship back to the docks.
Yeah. Okay, fine. In which case, yeah, you guys go on ahead. I'll be 30 seconds behind. I'm going to take that moment to have a quick chat with them to say what to do.
Do you wish to make Lucius bigger, though?
Oh, God. I look at the size of the stairwells and the corridors going down into the ship. Does it feel like that's going to be a good idea or a bad idea?
It would certainly be snug. It would make maneuvering a little bit tougher, probably.
Yeah, because you go to 12 foot. We need W height.
Yeah, you'd go large.
Yeah, you'd go to large size.
2x2.
So.
And I just don't. I don't
How
know.
about when you come back down, if there's room, you do it.
I've got other things I can do. Don't worry. Pius, I've got lots of fun games. We've got lots of fun tricks we can play today. Okay?
Good.
Good.
All right. So you guys are heading down to the door that leads down.
Mm-hmm.
Down here.
Going down.
All right. There's a doorway to the right. It's right in that area. What are you up to, Randy?
I'm going to be at the back of the crew. I would have said to the guys what I want from them, and I'm going to say to them that they are now honorary members of the Shield Wardens under my purview, and if they can carry this out, then anything that they may have done up to that point can be considered. I'm flexible, me. Don't worry about it. I help out them geezers. And I'm going to leave it to them to message getting it sent back, having the ships tied off and pulling it back to the original Bayport. Okay?
Okay, so they're
going to throw ropes over and signal the other ship to say that they're working with them.
Okay, so they're going to tie up. And like I had said, if you wanted, they certainly can pilot the ship itself.
No, I want that ship powered down. I want there no power on that ship.
Okay, no problem. No problem. I'm gonna say that. Sorry, I just realized that I forgot to put lights, so I'm not sure you'll be able to see when I bring you down to the next deck. All right, sounds good. Do you guys want to take a short break, or do you want to go down?
Can we go down first? But I'll be right back.
Yeah, sounds good. All right. So the three of you are heading down first?
Yep.
Okay. So let's activate. Oops. That's not at all what I wanted. Sorry. So, Lucius, you're leading down the stairs. Followed by...
Yep.
You're not there yet. You're... Sorry, I kind of didn't leave a lot of room. Move you forward.
Sorry, my dudes.
You're good. Who's after Lucius going down the stairs?
Probably.
Yeah, if you want to go next, that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to stack you.
And then I'll follow behind because we know that they're waiting for us. It's not like we're doing stealthy shit.
Yeah.
I'll be back because I'm a coward.
All right. I'm going to roll initiative for you. Or you want to roll? Everyone want to roll and... Whoops. Hold on.
Initiative, yeah.
Yeah. I'll just have to manually enter because I was an idiot and hit the button too quick.
Better than last time. 12.
So 12 for Hendrix.
16.
Wow, I rolled a 19 and a 1. 22.
Okay. So we have 22. We had 16 for Andy. Sorry, what was yours, Hendrix?
12.
12. Lucius? 20? Good lord. Alright. Let's do this. We'll just roll. Okay. 12. Not often I get a 0 on an initiative roll. 5, 6. And these guys will all be the same. Alright. So, since Lucius is going down first, we're going to start with Lucius. Sorry, Pylos, that's going to kind of put you at the back, though you are technically the top. But
yeah, that's fine.
All right, Lucius, as you descend the stairs, you see there are 2 guards next to a door. And they're kind of standing there, and they call out as you come down. Halt! No one to go down here.
I want to point my spear at him, and I'm going to tell him we killed everybody on top. If you don't move aside now and put your weapons down, you will be next. And I want to intimidate him.
Okay.
You bastard. It's a freaking bad.
He chuckles a little. You're a fighter, I'm sure, but we've got something special.
Alright, I guess attack him then.
So you see there's 2 guards. There's one that's kind of like olive-skinned female to your right, or the south one. And there's like a light-skinned male to the north or to your left.
Good. I'll stab the guy first. So let's go on here. Let's see. First attack is a 25. Second attack is a 26.
Okay. Yeah. They hit.
That is 19 damage.
19 damage to that one. Who will be this guy? Okay.
He's
yeah.
still alive or not?
Oh yeah. Yeah. These are fairly hardy guards. Like they're,
Oh yeah.
they got some skills.
Okay. Well, I want to do an example on this guy since he was laughing at me. So I'm gonna action surge.
Okay.
Attack him again.
All right. Do it.
Oh, that one is a 10. I don't think that hits.
No.
Oh wait,
10
I got
misses.
a favor of the gods, so I'll use that.
Okay.
2d4. Let's see, that's 18.
18 will hit. Yeah.
That was a 23, so
Yeah.
that's 10, 20.
20 points of damage. Yeah. It looks very rough. As you just unload on this guy.
Does 24 hit?
Yeah.
12.
Okay. Yeah, that will finish him.
And I just look at the other one and just say, "You're next."
Randy's just randomly getting moved.
I don't know where the hell I am, man. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I didn't mean to do that. I'm gonna go back to where I was. I guess I'm gonna be over here.
It's fine. I'll bring you on in just a second. It's hard. Like right now, you can't see what's happening because you're out of the picture. But once you get down the stairs, it's still gonna be tough because it's dark down here.
You know what? I didn't even contemplate the fact that you might have hidden something. I genuinely thought I was being an absolute numpty. Sorry about that.
No, you're good. I gotta make sure that it says vision, dark vision. Cool.
In the stream, it still shows the ship. It doesn't show us.
Oh, did I not update that? Is my watcher not there? Sorry, guys. Thank you for letting me know. I honestly, apparently, a numpty too. So now it's all black. No one can see anything. But what I do need to do is make sure my watcher is on board. There we go. And this should be currently here. And make it less obvious. There we go. Now people can start to see. There are 2 guards now. One has been slain. There's a female guard there, Hendrix. As you come down the stairs, you see that Lucius just unloaded on one of the guards, and the other guard is standing there at the ready. A closed door ahead of you, and a dark area of the ship kind of surrounding you in this depths.
I'll take a moment to step around this way.
Okay.
Make sure I'm in the way of her. You said it was a female guard, correct?
Yeah. Kind of
Her
olive-skinned female guard.
Is she adorning her weapon, or is she?
Yeah. She is. She's out there with her weapons out and ready to
then
go.
I'm darting around and dashing in with a booming blade.
Okay.
For a 15 to hit.
15 will not hit.
Okay.
I'm in trouble.
Is there
and
Did we use the advantage already that was given a while? Was that a while back with Moonsy?
Yeah, I think I used that. That's all good.
You did use it from Shadow Soldier PR?
Was there another one from Shadow Soldier? There's
46 minutes ago.
Yeah, I think I used that one for Daisy and the Owl.
Yeah, just let me know when y'all are using those so I can get rid of them.
All right. So sadly, she's able to kind of like dart out of the way. Anything else?
No, that's it. I just pull my shield up, make sure I'm in the way of her and the door, and my turn.
Okay. Sorry, I skipped you, Randy. But you weren't there yet, so we'll bring you in now just so that I retcon it into the right spot.
Okay.
I don't know how to rotate your token.
I don't know how I did that either. I won't even lie.
There we go. There we are.
Okay.
You're still in the darkness for the stream. Sorry, because I forgot to give my token, but I'll do that, and you can make your actions.
So I can see two guys right now at the door, right? But one is already dead.
One is dead. The one on the north is dead with the little skull attached to it, and the one to the south is still alive.
Right, I'm going to run up to that guy. I'm going to stab him in the face with my rapier. Boom! I have a feel of this. And by a bit, I mean a teeny tiny portion, and a solid 11.
Yeah. So it said 11 total.
11 to hit.
Yeah, that sadly will not hit.
I'm shocked and disappointed. As a bonus action, I'm going to stab him in the face with a dagger.
Okay. So you move down. And in.
I do not.
Okay. Yeah. She's able to kind of like block your attacks pretty deftly. She is a skilled soldier and warrior. Just because we skipped Pios and he should be ahead of everyone else, why don't you go ahead and act Pios before the guards get to act, and then we'll get back to the normal rotation.
It actually works out perfectly because everybody has provided Pios with enough cover to come in between them. I guess I don't know how they'll do that, but
yeah, I mean you're small, so you could probably dart around and get maybe behind them.
And then just stab out between, and up into this guard's stomach, if at all possible.
Make your attacks.
What the hell's going on here? Attack. There it is. Nat 20.
Yeah, well, that will do.
This is going to be so much damage.
See if he rolls well.
So 9 for my sword, so now I need to. It didn't double my sneak attack, so I'll roll the first roll.
Twice.
Yeah. So 9 plus 11.
So 20.
Plus 9.
Now you want to roll well? 29. Nice.
29 points of damage.
29 points of damage. She staggers, having not been ready for this attack that kind of came out of nowhere, or so it seemed. Let me think. What is he going to do? Okay. Hendrix already went. That one's dead. She is going to... I think she's got to go after Pios because he did the most damage. She's going to turn and attempt to hit Pios.
Since I did do my bonus attack action, I'm going to do the thingy. Where's that thingy at that I can do?
Shield Warden magic time.
It is Shield Master. As a thermal shover.
Oh, okay.
Overall, try and knock her prone. Yeah.
Yeah, try and knock her prone.
Sure.
Yeah. So let's see here. If you aren't infested, you can add your shield. No. Okay. What do I need to do here?
It's basically a grapple check. So it's your athletics versus athletics or acrobatics.
If you are subject to the infected,
Your athletics against her athletics. If you succeed, she's knocked prone.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay, I am going to take the advantage that Mooney Sue gave me. And
Yeah. Because 5 won't do.
Yeah. Oh, that's worse. So never mind.
Okay.
It's either 5 or 4.
Yeah. She like hits your shield with her shield and just kind of like gives you a little nudge back.
Yeah.
Actually, she doesn't have a shield, but she hits your shield with her longsword and kind of.
It's close quarters. We're all huddled up together. So.
Yeah, it's tough. But then she's gonna bring her longsword around for a dirty 20 to hit.
Yeah.
All right, that was 1 hit, and a 12. I'm assuming misses. So 7.
12.
Yeah, 7 points of slashing damage.
And I'm using my reaction of
to drop it to 3.
Yeah.
Cool. Sounds good. And she is going to reach over and pop the door open.
What? I was trying to block that door. Slap her hand away.
To open that up. There you can see, those of you in front of the door will be able to see that there are 2 guards in the back of the room, and this large like creature with these tentacles kind of coming off this bulbous end that is attached to the crystal, and then these like eyes just kind of like floating around there in the opening. And the 2 guards in the back will brandish these heavy crossbows and attempt to fire in at Lucius. No, Hendrix. He's in the doorway. Sorry. 18 Hendrix misses, right?
Oh.
Okay, the other one will do the same. Let's see. Dirty 20 was the best roll I could get out of their 4 attacks.
Do I still have Lucian's shield wall bonus?
I don't know. How long does that last, Lucius? Because there would have been a little bit of time with you guys discussing on deck.
It lasts a minute.
That probably would have hit by now.
Probably drained down. It's okay. Oh, mighty 2 damage as a crossbow bolt just kind of like grazes across your shoulder and draws a little bit of blood. Then the eyed creature is going to...
Can I shut this door?
As a reaction.
Yeah.
Nope.
Hendrix, can you give me a Constitution saving throw?
It's alright. I don't mind that. Oh, come on. 14.
Did you use that bardic inspiration? You did, didn't you?
Yeah.
That's okay. 14 was what you needed to roll, so you take 19 points of necrotic damage since it is halved.
19.
Mm-hmm. And I need everyone to give me a dexterity saving throw. As the ship begins to like rock and shudder violently.
17.
22. 6.
Lucius, you fall prone.
Do any of does that thing fall prone?
No. I will roll for the guards though.
25.
Okay, so just Lucius will fall prone. Let me see if any of the guards fall prone. So one of the guards also falls prone. And let me roll 4. Yeah. Cool. So I'm the guard, because it was the last one I rolled, in the back over here, falls prone. Where's the prone? That one. All right. Did we want to take a break, or do we want to push on through?
Can we take a break?
Yeah, let's take a short, 10-minute break. Where we can get back and push on through. Thank you all, you amazing people in chat. Thanks for joining us. Thanks to all my amazing players. I'm having fun. This is kind of a crazy little dynamic combat scenes. And we'll be right back, guys. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us for yet another XP Guild show. If you are enjoying this, please do us a favor, click like, subscribe, hit the bell notification if you want to be notified when our next show goes live. Feel free to drop us a comment. We'd love to hear from you guys, hear your thoughts on the show, or anything else you want to talk about. I'd like to take a quick moment to say thank you to our friends over at Hero Forge, a Skycastle LLC product. We are not sponsored by them, but if you're looking for great custom miniatures, check out HeroForge.com. They've been so kind to let us use their art, as many of the miniatures and artwork that we use come from their website with their permission. However, they have not reviewed our content, and so what we do does not necessarily represent their views or beliefs. Again, thank you to Hero Forge. Now, let's get back to the show. Let's get back to the action, everybody. Thank you for those who are still with us here live on twitch.tv/the XP Guild. Influencing the way this combat goes, and who knows, judging by that one hit, maybe they will need all the help that they can get. Either way, Pios is first to act. There's still a guard here. She opened up the door. A strange, dark magic kind of rushed out and slammed against Hendrix, sending him reeling of sorts anyways. You kind of see his skin kind of turn black a little bit before it starts to regain his natural complexion. What would you like to do?
How bad does she look?
Hendrix?
No, not Hendrix.
Her. I was like, what, are you going to go rogue? Fairly bad.
Okay.
Bleeding, bruised, beaten. Not looking great.
So with my peeps around me, I get my sneak attack, right?
Yeah, you'll even get advantage because Hendrix is flanking since I used
even better.
Numbers.
Okay,
yeah.
So sweet. Okay, yeah. I'm going to kind of go in for the kill if at all possible.
Okay. I mean, you land another good hit.
Yeah, I think so. 22
okay.
or... Yep, 22 is our
22 will
number.
hit, yeah.
So 7 on the sword.
Okay.
And... Ooh, shit monkey. 15 on the sneak attack.
Yeah. Describe how you finish off this guard.
So I think what happened was she's the one that opened the door, right?
Yeah, she reached back and shoved the door open I need help.
And did we see a beam come out when it hit Lucius?
You saw this kind of black energy, this weird tendril sort of force of energy come out of the door, slamming into Hendrix, sucking some of his life force, and leave him a little bit woozy at the moment.
And pretty much as that's happening, I'm thinking that she's looking at the devastating destruction and hoping that Lucius died in that moment. As she does, I'm behind my shield and I just pluck her in the liver.
Okay. Yeah.
And because she's got her side exposed, kidneys, whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah, she wasn't fully giving you the attention she should have. And you're able to breach her defenses and strike a vital part. And just this kind of dark liquid from mixing with her blood from the punctured organ. And she just kind of slumps down and falls dead against the wall. Would you like to do anything else?
Let's see here. Did I hear that it was a eyeball tentacle thingy?
I don't think anyone has had time to actually say anything.
Okay, but I mean, because what my thought. Okay, so I can move over her, right?
Yep.
Or is that going to be too much?
You can move over. She's dead. I mean,
okay.
It's maybe difficult, so count that as 10 feet to,
Okay. Let me give me.
Gives you 15 left.
Okay.
Without using a bonus action to.
Oh no. Because I've got an idea for my bonus action. Okay, so let's see here, and let's see. It's 5 feet. So can I move where Hendrix is at? Or
yeah, because you're small, you're able to move into.
Okay. So yeah, screw it. Okay, that's 5, 10, 15. This is gonna suck donkey balls, but I'm running up.
Okay.
And as I'm doing, I'm grabbing in my bag, and it looks, the eyeball thing of doom looks, I'm like making it look like I'm like going to slashing with my sword or whatnot. And as I get up to him, instead, as I go to look, it looks like I'm going to slash with my sword. Instead, I take my shield and fling it out, still holding on the shield with straps on my hand, but in this hand I have pocket sand.
Okay.
And with pocket sand, I'm using my special ability called, where the hell's that damn thing at?
Trickster of the Gods, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, there it is. Now it's rolling. I'm using, where'd it go? Oh my god, it's here somewhere. Clever as the gods.
Okay.
Which means you're really, I think that's it. Is that it? On your turn, you may use your bonus action to devise a clever plan to trick an enemy. Choose one creature that you can see, which I did. Make a charisma deception roll contested by the creature's wisdom insight. If you win the contest, you and your allies have advantage on attacks against that creature until the beginning of your next turn.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll my deception now. 19.
Yeah, you succeed. You have tricked this creature. So you and your allies have advantage?
Yep.
Okay.
Until my turn.
Okay.
The end of my next turn, I think that's what it said.
And that was all your movement.
Yeah,
attack,
I'm screwed.
Bonus action. Cool. Awesome.
Yeah. I'm dead.
Not necessarily. Lucius, you are up.
Can I move in there? Because I'm not. Hendrix is like right in front of me.
Yeah, I mean, we've been
I'm going to move out of the way. I'm not going to block the path.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. So we get advantage on attacks on this time, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna stab it, and then I'm gonna try to grapple it.
Okay.
I think you're in its space.
Yeah, it's space, so you need to choose. Takes up those 4 squares, so just any of the areas around it works.
Yeah, my bad.
You're good.
I think was that huge.
Yeah, it's a large creature.
Does the 20 hit?
20 will hit. Yep.
That is 11 damage, and then I'm gonna go for the grapple.
Alright.
Does dirty 20?
Let me roll his contested strength. Yeah, you're good. 20 succeeds.
Can I still bonus attack or not really? Oh, no, never mind. I'm grappling.
Yeah.
That's gonna be my turn. I'm just gonna, hold on to him.
Okay. He is grappled, which then brings up
It's slimy.
Randy. You are up. Where's Randy? There you are.
Okay. First, as a bonus action, I'm gonna have a quick swig of one of my potions of healing.
Okay.
Because I am not a healthy bunny. That's gonna be 2d4 plus 2. Oh. So that's I'm saying 4 plus 1. Oh, 5. Wonderful. Plus 2, 7 points of health. That's gonna get me there, lads. My days. What am I gonna do with 7? You know what I mean? May as well just get a slap in the face for the good that's gonna do me. Okay, and then as an action, God, I can moan, can't I? I'm going to. I can see through the gap of this the eye of this creature, right?
Yeah.
Through the doorway. I'm going to cast Chaos Bolt at it.
Okay.
Oh, no, hold on. No, I can't do that. I mean, I'm going to cast. Yeah, Chill Touch on it.
Okay.
Because I've got the advantage on the attack right now. Does a 17 hit?
17 will hit. Yep.
Okay, fine. That's going to be 7 points of necrotic damage.
All
They
right.
cannot regain hit points again. So the people can move. They just can't regain hit points until the start of my turn.
It like keeps them from healing.
Is it undead?
Is it undead? Technically, yes.
Okay, then it also has disadvantage on attack rolls against me until the end of my next turn.
Okay, sounds good.
That is baller. All right, I'm out.
All right. Who was next? After that would be Hendrix. You are up.
Okay, kind of annoyed that this disgusting flying eyeball just hit me with a beam of darkness. Spring into the room and
Did you
dash.
stay right there? Sorry, Randy, you stayed right where you were?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Oh, yeah. Behind the dead body, preferably.
Okay, no problem.
Like I'm kind of in cover, if you will.
All right. Did you want to slink back further, or?
No, I wanted to stay there,
Okay.
but I wanted to pull that body onto me.
Okay, cool. Down. Sorry, continue,
Right.
Hendrix. I just wanted to verify before it
No, it's cool.
maybe came into.
So I've got advantage. So booming blade, it's a 19 or a 11. So a 19.
Yeah,
I
19
believe
will hit it.
Hits.
Yeah.
It's that plus that. So 18 so far, then plus sneak attack for another 8.
You hit
what's
like a
that?
truck.
24.
Yep.
God.
It's
And then I will action surge and attack it again with just a normal attack
Still with
for
advantage.
a 24
yeah, that'll hit.
and another 9 damage.
Okay, wow, that was brutal. It looks hurting. It's definitely bloodied at this point. Just like this black kind of ooze coming out of the various wounds from this kind of barely alive or animated flesh. Cool. That
Yep.
was. Well, these guys are dead. This guy right here. Out of the 2 guards are going to be there. The one of them is going to stand up, so that no longer prone, and he is going to... What sort of weapons does he have? Longsword. He's going to step forward and attempt to attack Lucius. With his attacks, that's not good. He takes a couple of swings, but is unable to penetrate this crystalline armor that you are donning. The other one is going to take aim at probably Hendrix, because he did lots of damage to this creature with his heavy crossbow and take a couple of shots there. But I don't think 17 was his highest, so I don't think that hits you either.
No, unfortunately, for him.
Alrighty, this creature now is going to go... Its eyes kind of shift around, and I'm going to roll to determine which one.
Can it randomly hit people with spells if I'm grappling it, or how does that work?
What was that?
Can it randomly just hit anybody with spells since I'm grappling it, or?
Well, it's got the rest of its eyes float, and that's actually where the majority of the things come from. So, Hendrix, can you give me a wisdom saving throw?
Okay. For 7.
All right, you are currently frightened of this creature.
Disadvantage on attack rolls. Can't move closer than it. Okay.
Yep. And you can repeat that at the end of all of your turns.
Oh.
It may not matter, because you guys probably will finish it off before it gets to go again. But, Pyos, you're back up.
Okay. Since, let's see here. Lucius has got a hold of him. It means I get advantage.
Yeah.
24 or 23. So I'm gonna take the 24.
Yeah, that'll do.
Always low on that dice. 4 points damage with my sword, and 9 points of damage with sneak attack.
So how much total was it?
13 total.
13 total. Okay, cool. Yeah, you strike fairly true. It, kind of recoils a little bit as best it can. Its tendrils gripping onto the crystal.
And with that, for my bonus action, I'm going to pretty much do it again. But instead of like throwing sand and whatnot, I'm gonna like make it look like I'm all and menacing and whatnot, and about to strike him again, as you know,
Okay.
trying to do the wincing thing. And
2 for flinching.
yep, and that's probably gonna horribly fail.
Well,
I rolled a 10.
And it's against his insight?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he rolled a 17, so this time is not tricked. I forgot to do something, so we're going to do it right now. Can I get a Constitution saving throw from Hendrix, Pyos, and Lucius?
18.
Okay.
Oh, 19.
19, okay.
You also want to get a roll from me too.
For
I rolled a nat 1 for a 6.
okay.
Which ain't much. I'm fine.
Falling on your ass again.
Well, this one is different. So, Lucius, you'll take 3 points of force damage as a wave of energy expels from the crystal.
How much that?
Just 3 points. And then, if you were all done, Pios, it will be Lucius's turn.
Yeah, I'm not moving from my spot.
Okay, yeah, sounds good.
Since I'm grappling, I get advantage of my attack from it.
I don't think grapple gives, but
Okay, that's all. Yeah.
I'm gonna look up really quick. 5th ed, I forget. Attack grapple condition. A grappled creature becomes 0 and it can't benefit from its movement. Yeah, where is it? Right there. The condition ends. So basically, it just can't move. It doesn't gain any other benefits or give any other benefits.
I rolled a nat 20 on my first attack.
So it don't matter. No how. Okay.
That is 14 damage.
Okay.
That is a 12.
12 does not hit. No.
Okay, and now for my bonus action.
It's kind of
That
thick.
is 25.
Scaly arm. 25 will hit.
And that is 8 damage.
Okay, it's looking pretty rough right now, but still gripping onto this crystal, barely surviving. Randy, that puts you up, unless you're moving, Lucius.
If I move here, will I get attacked or no? Since I'm in the same.
If you move where? No, that's except for you can't move through to.
Oh, I got it.
Although you are grappling that one, I guess you could because you're grappling the one guy, like you could kind of like shift him. So I'd say if you wanted to, you could.
I want to do this so that way I'm between like everybody.
Okay.
So that way they'll attack me instead of somebody else.
Okay, sounds good. Randy, you're up.
Randy's gonna move into the room. So can you place me just behind Pios?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't see those other guys. It's a whole other thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
That is the one thing I love about this program, is that vision based on your eyesight. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a bit of a bugger for me right now though, because okay, I'm going to cast Chaos Bolt at the creature.
Okay.
At 3rd level.
Ooh. Okay.
And I'm gonna do that with a quicken.
Okay. So as a bonus
Aiming
action.
another Chaos Bolt at the bodyguard to its south.
Okay.
I can do that because I'm aiming at a different target. So I'm going to do the first one at the creature. Okay?
Yep.
Do I have advantage on this attack?
No, there's nothing giving.
Because he's grappled, no?
No. Yeah, we just looked that one up. Sadly, it does not. In fact, you are still exhausted, so this is a disadvantage.
Yeah, so I had disadvantage, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that first one was a 24, so that does not bode well.
Well.
Oh
no! Matched rolls. Wow.
That's another 24.
That will do, Pig. That will do.
Well, that'll do, Pig. That'll do. All right, so I roll a 2d8 here. Okay, so this is super interesting.
Okay.
I rolled double 8.
Okay.
So that's 16 plus a d6 of damage done to the creature, and this does it matter what kind of damage it is?
Maybe.
Okay.
Yes. There's one type that it does have an immunity to.
Okay, so that was 8, which is thunder.
It's not immune to thunder.
Okay. So it takes thunder damage of 18 points of damage.
Okay. How does this look as you finish off this monstrosity?
I strum my magical lute as a power chord as I power knee slide into the room, giving a proper old school wail, throwing out a riff at the creature's eyeball, and it just has this concussive force knock into it, sending it back.
Yeah.
But here's the thing about that.
Yeah,
That's a double 8.
Transfer or something?
Yeah, it bounces onto another target that I can choose that's adjacent to it, which is going to be the guy to its east. So I'm going to roll to attack that guy now.
You mean Lucius? Yeah, sounds like a good plan.
No. What? No, what? This other guy. This guy. Am I right, you guys? Okay, so I had to roll with disadvantage, but that first one was a 10. And that's a 12. So did it hit?
No, 12 will not hit that one.
Cool. And now the second one, aimed at the guy to the south. Oh, gross. 15.
15 will miss.
Okay, so I'm not going to roll again to see if I do any better or worse. Yeah. Groovy. That looked like it was going to be such an epic...
Oh, I mean, you still killed the beast. At least it didn't get another eye attack off.
Wait, I killed the beast?
Yeah.
Wait, I killed him?
Yeah.
I was so excited about watching it bounce off and ricocheting everywhere. I didn't even register the fact that it fell to the ground.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Cool. As a bonus action, I will do finger guns over at Piles and be like, hey, what up? You're welcome.
Cool. Any more movement? Or are you staying there in the doorway?
I'm staying in the doorway.
All right. Sounds good. Hendrix, you will be up next.
Okay. Right. I will. Now this thing is dead. Awkwardly step round it, going up towards this guard, and just making sure he doesn't slap Lucian in the back. Gonna hit him with a booming blade for a. Trickled over to the 2 for a 10 total.
10 will not hit.
No flanking or anything, so
no. Can't always get advantage.
Yeah, of course. And then I will take a step back, and because of fancy footwork, he doesn't get an attack of opportunity.
Exactly. Yeah. Perfect. All right. So we've got the guards here. And not knowing just how hard Lucius is to hit, they're going to try to double team him here. That's a natural 20 for one attack. The second attack will miss. So with the natural 20, we've got 12 points of damage, Lucius, from one attack as a long sword comes down and slashes across your back. Currently does a 20 hit. Lucius, dirty 20?
Yes, 30, 20 hits.
Alright, so the other one is able to swing and get 2 attacks in on you for a total of 9 points of damage. As they try to hold their ground and do their best against these foes that had felled this monster that they had. Pios, you're up.
So I think Pios is going to move in 10 and work on this guard right here.
Okay.
And stabbing out. Does a 16 hit?
16 does not hit.
Okay, and I don't get advantage. So.
Not unless you have something from the chat somewhere.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Keeping track.
Yeah. So with that, though, I am going to pretend that I'm going to attack again on him by, like, I swing out, then I swing up and make it all flashy looking.
Okay.
and shit. So I'm gonna use my ability. I rolled a 21 for deception.
Okay, I'm not sure it's possible, but let me see if like I nat this or something.
Yeah.
Nope, that would not be a natural 20. So yeah, you succeed. This one has just no. You have advantage, and all your friends have advantage against that one.
Everybody, yeah. On that particular guard.
Cool. Anything else?
I'm not gonna move away because I don't want to. Oh yeah, no. Yeah.
So Lucius, you are up now. The one
We'll stay put.
next to Pios there has you have advantage against because he was distracted by Pios.
I'm gonna pokety poke.
Poke.
Oh, not 20 on the first one.
Ooh. Yeah, that'll hit.
That's 11.
11 points of damage. Okay.
Yeah. Let me
Alright.
see.
And then
And then 30, 20.
yeah. And
That is
that'll
10. And then my bonus action here. Let's see. That is 16.
16 will not hit.
And that would be it for Lucius.
All right, yeah, you're able to stab in with this crimson spear, striking a blow, dealing some damage to the guard, and we're followed up by Randy.
Where the hell is Helle?
I point to the door next to me. Maybe in here.
Oh, sorry, that's actually a window that shouldn't be on the screen at all, but I couldn't get my program to delete it, so yeah, that one.
So again, where is she?
Maybe she
We do
used
know
a
her-
crystal.
The captain did say her room was the captain's quarter, but she was held up down here. Is there a chance he lied to us?
I run to the captain's room. I can't believe we fell for that.
Okay, so you run out 35 feet, dashing. You probably can get like just about to the door, and next turn you'd be able to open it and look inside.
Can I hear any sounds inside?
I'll let you do a perception check, kind of just to see if naturally you're picking up something as you're running up. And you see the crew's just kind of like still huddled off to the side, like you kind of left them.
13?
13, it's hard to tell between the wind blowing around and the crew had been engaged in working on this towing system you had asked them to start working on. The creaking of the ships, you can't hear anything inside, but hard to tell with the ambient noise.
Okay, as I'm running, I'm reaching into my backpack and I'm fishing about for something in my backpack there.
Okay.
So I have it in my hand as I get to the door.
Okay. Yeah, let me see if I can do
I say something because I literally haven't decided what I'm going to use yet.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. I'm trying to figure out if I can how to do this. I know there's a way, but I don't know how. Pull to scene. Ha! There you go. You guys are not here. These guys are engaged in getting the tow going. And I don't know how that works, honestly. Watcher, I can do this. So, for the stream, and those who are involved in that, now we can see. So Randy's run up. He's getting right to the doorway area aboard this ship. And technically the other ship would be moved around in front, but we're not going to waste that much time on that. And Randy's getting ready to check to see if, by some chance, someone is inside there. So going back to the rest of the group, we're going to switch back over. Aha, I'm starting to get the hang of this. And in order, that would put Hendrix is up next.
Okay, kind of just after that conversation, seeing Randy run out, but seeing these guards, don't particularly want to. I'll 5, 10, 15. I'll go up to here, give this guy a quick stab with booming blade.
Remember, you get advantage.
For 25 to hit.
25 will.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm attacking a different one, so I don't believe I get the advantage.
Oh, okay. Then never mind.
But that is.
You actually, unless if you want to use it in chat. No, never mind. You don't.
Okay. Cool. So that's 10 damage plus 8 damage for an 18 plus my sneak attack for another 5. So that's 23 damage on that guy.
Okay.
And then fancy footwork. I'll use the rest of my movement to chase after Randy and then use my bonus action to dash, so I'm all the way up to next to him.
Nice.
So I've got a total of 45 movement left. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay. So let me go to the other one and pull you over to that one so that I can figure that out. You are this one. Pull to scene. I need to pull
like another 15 feet.
To scene. So you'd come out. The doorway is like right there, like at the bottom. Doesn't quite snap perfectly, so
5, 10. I guess we're about there then.
Okay.
My turn?
Yeah. That would be it. Cool. Alright, Hendrix. The guards now are going to get the Watcher back. Pull to scene. Alright. The guards are going to, I think, keep on Lucius because that's their best opportunity here. Sadly. Sorry. But they're worried about him. He's been... Oh, luckily we have advantage. 12 doesn't hit. So many natural ones. 13 doesn't hit. Luckily they have advantage, but I'm still not hitting. But I'm like, come on, that one.
Yeah, it sucks.
Double 8s.
Yeah, right?
Oh, there's another 8. There's 3 8s in one guy's round of combat. 16 was my high roll. None of those hit. So, yeah, they just try, but they're having a hard time. This crystal armor is nothing that they were trained against, nothing that they're used to, and it's just way too crazy and unable to penetrate. So, back at the top, we got Pios.
Yep. Let's see here. So the crystal, it juts out of the ground, or the
yeah, no, this is a big crystal, in fact, larger than the other ones. This one is probably at least your size.
So I couldn't, I was thinking I could move here then.
No, I think that would be too tough to get in that spot. Yeah.
Okay, then I'm just going to attack this guy then.
I mean, you could use your bonus action to disengage and work around, but if you want to shift targets. The other one does appear to have taken more damage.
This guy?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to do it then. Disengage. 5, 10, and then attack the guy. Where is my attacks? Damn it. Nope, 11.
All right. Yeah, sadly, it's tough. They're heavily armored. They're skilled combatants as far as like the defense goes. Apparently not able to hit things, but they're good at defense. All right. And with that, we're going to move on to Lucius.
You said the one that he just attacked is the one that is most hurt?
Yeah. Yeah.
Attack him. Okay. Does a 26.
Yeah. That'll do.
That is 12 damage.
Okay. Staggers a little bit, but still on its feet.
Yeah, 15 don't hit, doesn't it?
No, 15 will not hit. It's able to kind of parry a little bit with his long sword, deflecting your blow.
27.
27 will hit.
5 damage.
Oh, it's still on its feet. He's just like staggering. Dark-skinned male. Just kind of like starting to do the Mortal Kombat.
That's that turn.
Finish him.
All right. So now we need to shift back on top deck to pull the Watcher to the scene. Open this. Okay. Top deck here. Randy, who's all upside down.
Did that happen?
I don't know. I'll fix it. It just sounds like
I think it's me trying desperately to make my screen larger, but it's fine.
You're at the doorway to the captain's quarters.
I open up the door.
Okay. The door creaks open. You see a plush cabin. Seems like the bed in here is of the best quality you've seen in any of the few ships you've now been in. But high quality, nice dresser, wardrobe area. You give me a perception check.
Sure. I'm going to use the advantage that's been given to me by Bill Z. Thanks very much.
Okay.
Let's see that. It's better. 13.
Okay. Looking around, you don't see anyone in there. And in fact, it looks as if the bed in this room was made hours ago, but you don't see anyone. I think you're about to give up and move on, or to come in and do more, when you hear a slight whimper from one of the wardrobes.
Always in the wardrobes.
Always in
I
the
shut the door.
Okay.
So that there is no exit without me noticing.
Okay.
I look at the wardrobe, and the poker player in me is spotting a bluff, I think. I'm smelling something here. I look at the rest of the room. I look back at the wardrobe. And I'm like, all right, fine. Let's just open the trap, see what happens. So I just open up the cupboard door.
Okay. You open up the cupboard door, and you see a familiar young girl that you had encountered in the hotel. Servant girl, kind of shivering and scared. Just kind of huddled up in a ball, almost in the wardrobe. Trying to be covered by the clothes. She kind of looks at you wide-eyed. Don't hurt me, please. Don't hurt me. I didn't do anything.
I slap her as hard as I can.
Okay.
Like to do an unarmed attack on her.
Yeah.
If only because I think that it's Hellas actually pretending to be a little girl. So
Okay.
I'm going to slap her into proving that she has to fail holding onto her spell.
Okay.
Do I have to roll to hit?
I mean, yeah, it's not going to be hard, but you do have disadvantage, so.
It's me, it's an elf versus a little girl.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go, people.
She's teen, not little girl, you know.
All right. Don't be making excuses. That's fine. That's the way I'm going to roll and see if I can do worse. No, I can't. That's a 9. A 9 to hit.
You know, it's tough. She's in a wardrobe. You kind of smack and you like hit the side of the wardrobe. She like flinches and starts kind of crying.
All right, I'm like, well, that's not very senatorial. I take the bag of sand which is in my hand, and I just fling it, like dusting the entire area as high as possible into the room.
All right.
Just to see if any invisible creatures are caught up in my sandy truth.
All right. Give me a perception check.
Sure, why not? At some point, my guy's going to actually open his eyes, look under his elven fringe. A dirty 20.
Okay.
Here we go.
You watch as the sand scatters and kind of coats pretty much every inch of this room. And they all land perfectly the way that you would expect them to. You're sure there's no one else in this room.
Okay. Do I notice anything on the floor in the shape of perhaps a circle with runes?
With that perception check, you notice there's nothing of that sort. There doesn't seem to be any secret like passages out of here. There doesn't seem to be anything that would denote some magical escape route. Nothing.
A pure moment as there's just Randy in this room, silently contemplative in thought, as there's this little girl crying off in the wardrobe. And you're like, where is she though? I'm gonna go back up and talk to the captain whilst this is happening. So yeah.
So that would be you. And then I think we've got Hendrix next.
Okay. Well, he closed the door behind him, so I'd obviously run after him, open the door, go in, sword braised, like looking around.
You see sand scattered across the room on every surface possibly imaginable. You hear and see a young teen girl kind of like huddled inside the wardrobe, looking like even more frightened now that she sees a man come in with this crimson blade stepping into the room.
Can I do an insight check to see if she's actually frightened or just acting?
Of course, yeah.
Insight for a 16.
She seems terrified, like very shaken.
I'll frustration. I'll leave and head up to the captain to talk to him. But I think that's about my round. So.
Yeah. So that's gonna bring us back below deck. Let's pull our watcher back. And all right, below deck we have the guards there, and I wish I had something more creative for them to do, but they have but one life to give, and but one life they'd like to take. So Lucius, we're going at it again. Ooh, natural 20 on the first roll. Makes up for all those ones. 15 points of slashing damage as his blade strikes true. Let's see if he can get a second hit. Oh, so close, but so far away. So he strikes the one really good blow. and then misses with the next one, unable to follow through with anything of substance. The other one is going to attempt to follow through. There's another nat one. But since he has advantage, that turned to a 22 to hit.
Shield.
Okay. And his next one misses again. So he strikes and he's sure he's got you. And this force energy blasts out. This like almost radiant glow emanates from you. And it sparks off of it just millimeters from striking true. And you're able to divert that. Those are those two attacks. Then we're up to Pios. The one in front of you looks like staggered, barely living. He used what seemed to be all of his energy to strike true against Lucius.
Okay. Pios is going to attempt to take him out.
Okay.
Nope. With that, though, Pios is going to do the flashy thing, try to distract him as best as he can.
Okay.
15?
So unlucky.
Wisdom, insight.
I rolled a 16.
Okay.
With a +0. So it just not to happen this time. Yeah, he's almost dead, and he's consigned himself to that. So he's just like going out with style. Cool. Next up, we've got Lucius. I'm glad you guys like in initiative order split off, so that like the two that are together stayed, the two that aren't are up.
Yeah, that worked out.
The camera angle.
It helped so much.
I'm gonna definitely stab the guy that is almost dead. That's advantage on him, right?
Yeah. No advantage on.
Yeah, he failed. He passed by one stupid point.
That's 27 to hit.
Yeah, that'll
that
hit.
is 11 damage.
Yeah, that one is dead now. You're.
Okay. Yeah, I put my spear through his neck.
Roll your. What was it? A D6, I think.
Yeah. I need that hell. I'm on 6. Yeah. I got a 6.
All right. So, as this Crimson Blade strikes true, this is probably the first time, right, that this has happened for you. So it's a strange like sensation. You stab in, and as the tip of the spear is in this body, as it loses its life essence, you can feel this warmth and this healing energy kind of rush into you as you regain the 6 points as the spear itself drinks some of the blood of this creature.
Ooh, that tickles. And I'll attack the other guy then.
Yeah.
Let's see. That is 14 doesn't hit, and as a bonus action, I'll second wind.
Okay. Gain a little bit more hit points. Finally made Lucius second wind.
That is 10. That's 16 total.
16 total. All right.
And that's my turn.
Sounds good. Going back on top of the deck, we have Randy.
Oh, it's the captain.
Yeah. He's looking over at you.
As I walk up to him, I'm going to ignore that. Ignore that. Ignore. Oh my God, what's going on here? My system's going mental here. Hold on.
I'm sorry.
Oh dear. No, I thought I had something, but I don't. Yeah, I'm just going to go up to him. As I'm walking up to him, can I get a bead on this guy's feeling towards me? Is there fear? Is there aggression? Is there acceptance of the situation? Is there a willingness to want to be on my side?
Okay. Roll an insight.
Yeah, yarg. I mean...
Disadvantage. Doesn't
Well,
matter.
that one was a 6. That's in that one. Oh no, it's I keep confusing the 7s. Anyway, so yeah, 6.
He is pretty stoic. I mean, I think you get the sense he's trying to put on this brave face in front of his crew. He's not giving any indication that he has tried to resist or anything, but
Okay. I'm going to go up to him and I'm going to, whilst facing him, lean forward so that my mouth is by his ear. And I'm going to go, where is she?
She was downstairs.
I'm going to ask you again. And before you answer, I want you to be aware that your decisions will affect every member of your crew. Where is she?
Last I saw, she went downstairs. If she left, I never saw it.
If she left, how would she have gone?
I mean, board a ship, but I mean, many people carry featherfall trinkets, spells, rings, whatever.
Damn it.
Could have jumped over, climbed out the window. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Are you in her pay, or what's the deal here?
I mean, yeah, she paid me to run the ship, but I'm not going up against the Senate. I'm not going up against the High Priestess and her shield wardens. I'm done with Helle.
No,
with her.
You're gonna carry on working for Helle. It's fine. You understand? She's gonna maybe get in contact with you and maybe want you to be at a place, and you're going to go to that place and be there for her.
Okay, all right. And that way I can tell you where to go.
We're going to do an investigation. We're going to make it official. You're going to get fined, and you're going to get held, and then you're going to get released. Okay?
All right. I can get that.
Yeah, here's the thing. Anytime that you're going to go see her, you're going to come by and you're going to pick us up first. You understand?
Roger. Yeah, I got that.
Okay. What's your name?
I actually have a name. Oh, that's because he's not on that scene. He is... I am Orioth.
Orioth?
Yes, sir.
Okay. 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 I'm going to walk off from him. I'm going to head back downstairs.
All right.
I'm going to look. Are there any windows which are open anywhere? Any portholes anywhere?
Yeah. When you get back down, you notice there are 2 windows behind, but they aren't open. Behind where the crystal was, there are 2 windows that kind of like have a lookout there, but they're solid windows like built into the wall.
I'm looking at this crystal and I'm looking at these windows and I'm wondering if they're both equally opening on to opportunities to escape. Does this crystal look like it has any properties aside from the ship engine element?
I mean, you can make Arcana or something of that sort to see what you could glean.
Excellent use of the word glean. Disadvantage, which is a shame because that was a 13. Oh, 13 with disadvantage.
Okay. Your knowledge of crystal technology isn't great, but you've done quite a bit of research. So, I think you would know that these crystals, they're very powerful, but they're aimed towards a ship. And they're all geared 100% towards the ship. And they have various strengths, depending on the makeup of the crystal or how it was originally formed, which you don't even know exactly how that is. But they're all geared towards propulsion or ship defense, not really aimed towards like other things like teleportation or those. It's not out of the realm of possibility, but probability strikes towards probably not.
Okay. I push against the windows. Do they open?
So, really quick, there are still 2 guards down, or 1 guard down there.
Oh God! I'm like wandering up past them as they're fighting.
I
Like,
hadn't shifted
mind
the
me,
scene
lads.
back because that was a very quick.
Sorry.
That's it. You're totally good. I need to pull you to the scene. Pull to the scene. So there's 1 guard left over there. You could, if you wanted to, walk past to over the dead guard there, where there is a window.
No, I'll stab at the guard as I'm walking past. Almost absent-mindedly.
Okay.
That is a natural 1.
All right.
Booyah.
Yeah. He blocks it with ease. I'm cool with us just saying, through this point, you guys would be able to, for sure, be able to just handle everything. Like, eventually you are able to mop up the rest of the combatants here. The last remaining guard would surrender, and you guys would have the boat to yourself at this point, unless there's anything in particular you guys want to do that requires initiative, like split-second decision-making times. All right. In which case, yeah, you're able to go check out these windows, and they don't open. They're like built into the framework of this. They're not huge either. They're, maybe like 2 foot by 2 foot square windows that are just kind of designed to give a view out the back from the crystal area. And they seem to be fairly thick glass too, so that they don't break easily.
Could I do an Arcana check on the crystal window?
Yeah, you can do an Arcana check. And then we'll be wrapping this
Go
up
anywhere?
shortly. There, so.
Can I assist him?
Yeah, sure.
So reroll.
Yeah, go for it.
Or is my
Oh,
assistant?
that's better. So yeah, 14.
Everyone else is like, oh, you who have exhaustion, just go at it. No, the same kind of thing. Like, you've done a little bit of research now that you know about Helle having, hired or possibly farmed out business to crystal people. But you don't know enough to know it's their full capabilities beyond just propulsion of the ship.
And the creature, was it a demon or it was just something else?
No, it seemed something else. It seemed like it was some sort of monstrosity that was almost... I'd say with like a 14, you could probably figure out that there was some sort of necromantic magic used to basically like stitch together this creature with various other monsters and create this like protector for this crystal for this particular ship.
She's not on this ship. She's got to be still on the island, right?
If the captain's not lying and she went down, as he said, there's no way out of this ship from down here.
Well,
There are no windows, right?
there was the spellcaster on top of deck. She jumped over when you asked everyone to surrender. I watched
Yeah.
her.
There was that woman that did jump over, yes.
But the woman who jumped over wasn't Helle?
Just didn't look like Helle.
You can change your face. Why can't she?
But we've met enough people that can now.
So you mean to tell me that she was right there in the middle of combat, took the time to actually be a part of the process, and then ran up?
She's not on the ship.
That's what I would have done. Blended with the natural surroundings.
I hate it when they're smarter than us, you know what I mean?
We did not know at the time. That's when I said it is best to kill everyone, then ask questions after that.
Talking of questions, I'll look at the one remaining guard that surrendered and be like, what is this thing? Gesturing to the eyeball monstrosity. Why is...
The senator's very, very protective of their space, their investments. The ship was her pride, her joy, her everything, I guess. Plans were made. She has contracted with many people, taken payment, sometimes in gifts, and one was a powerful spellcaster who created this creature, this thing, stitched things together, I guess. I wasn't there for the whole thing. I got some whiff of what happened. Rumors, mainly.
Mm.
Okay.
Did you get her?
No.
Then it continues.
What do you mean?
I mean, Senator's powerful. You never know. I mean, not like you guys powerful, not like come in and destroy this monster and slaughter all my coworkers, but has connections, money, you know, people that do people favors. I don't know. She's not a good person, but she pays well. I suppose I should have listened when people said that money's not worth it.
Who said that?
I mean, Mom. Mainly, you know. Said, if you don't think she's good, then it's not worth whatever she's paying you.
I suppose we should take him back for questioning.
Yeah, we're going to do that. Orioth is going to tell us everything, and then he's going to help us catch her. Ain't you, mate?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Whatever I can do.
Can I take one last look at Orioth real quick?
Yeah.
Can I see if there is magic hiding who that actually is?
Yeah. Yeah, what are you wanting to use? Just Arcana or Insight or... I mean, I think Disguise Self uses Insight, right? As an active thing. But if you're looking for the magic, I'm cool with Arcana. If you're looking for, you know, spotting something off, Insight's cool.
Yeah, I'll go the straight up Insight. I mean, I'm not going to hit anything with my disadvantage anyway. That was a natural 20. This was so sad.
I mean, was someone helping him?
Was someone helping me?
Yeah, of course I was.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Gotta have some success today. Orioth is as he appears. He's well put together. He's not magically enchanted, not magically enhanced or changed. He's got some magical skills of his own, but nothing overly powerful or crazy. Seems to be on the level.
Fine. In that case, I have a baseline of trust with this person.
Yeah. You feel pretty comfortable with the fact that he definitely seems scared and wants to do what he can to maintain his ship and his position as far as that goes, and this seems like the best opportunity to do that.
Okay.
And I think with that, that's probably a good spot to call it for the day. We've gone over our normal time, but we start a little later, and this puts us right about the same amount of time. And that's a good spot. So thank you, players. Thank you for joining me on Halloween on this day. And thank you, all those watchers who joined us on here, too. Hopefully you have an amazing day. Be safe out there. And join us in 2 weeks. I don't think there's a game tonight. The guy that was going to be part of it looks like at least one of them is down because his wife is sick. So we'll see. If not, Dave might put something up just to...
may do a rerun or something where it's watch video. You can come join me.
Yeah.
And we'll watch it together and ask me questions and whatnot. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Otherwise, join us for all of our normally scheduled shows after that. So no Princes of the Apocalypse tonight. And whatever, we were planning on doing something else anyways, but that doesn't look great at the moment. So thank you guys, and goodbye, everyone.
Peace out.